Because whenever you make a bomb, you throw it at somebody and somebody gets hurt. And innocent people get hurt.
Well, do you think the United States is intending to throw even out the American proposal missile bases?
I think it is entirely unnecessary. I think they only want to use Britain as a base for a forward reserve position of their own. But Britain, finally, will get all the bombs that are coming, and America thinks they'll be sitting clean out of it. They made their profits out of England in the last war, practically drained her dry, and I don't think they should be given an opportunity to do it again.
Well, do you think that if we left you unprotected, that the Russians would leave you alone?
If I remember, I am not entering America at the moment. I do not want my fingerprints taken, and my own opinions are my own. Not unlike America, we are... Just one moment. I shall answer that question. I am a member of humanity. Just a moment. These questions, just a moment. If I am a member of the Communist Party, it's entirely my own affair.
Are you?
If I am, it is my own affair.
Are you?
I have been...
Well, I'd say it's too much of a minority march. I say unless it gets support from a more broad section of the community, it can never hope to succeed. It's still just the tail end, the left wing of the Labour Party.
How do you feel, sir, about American planes flying over England with atom bombs?
Well, I think we still have yet, I mean, naturally, I think the people are uneasy about that.
I said, how do you feel, sir?
Me personally, well, I'm not quite sure they actually fly over my house. I think if I had a farm next to an American air base, I think I'd want to make pretty sure that there weren't going to be any accidents like there were in Carolina. I think that if I was the person living right by an American base, I would like to have more assurance about these accidents.
Do you?
What has your committee, Mr. Scott, decided to do about the $5 million shortage?
We've decided to go out to each of the 18 tax-supported institutions of higher learning in Oklahoma and find out for ourselves whether or not that money is needed and whether or not the funds that they have already had has been misused. If not, then we're going to recommend that something be done about that shortage so our children can have adequate college training.
Are you going to hold public hearings at the school?
Yes, sir. We'll have public hearings at each institution.
Will you also try to determine something on this bond issue you discussed this morning, public sentiment on it?
Well, we're going to ask the people what they want to do about that. They must decide now whether or not they can get their child in college 10 years from now, not whether or not the child will go, because we'll have twice as many students ready for college 10 years from now as we have now. And we do not have adequate college space, we do not have adequate teachers, and the salaries are apparently inadequate. We want to find those things out, and then we want to present that to the people in each area of each institution and see if they want to support that institution and if they want a college education for their children. If they do, then this committee will try to find a way to get it.
What's the now proposed amount of the bond issue if it comes to that?
About $2 million a year for 15 years, which would be approximately $30 million for Billings over the next 15-year period.